In this episode, we hike through the UK in winter, from wet and muddy footpaths through the English countryside, to visit the Kew Gardens in London, and a long walk on the coastal trail along the beautiful Jurassic coast in the south. We left the Netherlands for the port of Harwich in the UK. This is the sixth country on our expedition, and we've been on trail for over half a year now. We woke up to a very rainy day here in the UK, so we're making some morning coffee and taking our time. Aren't we, darling?
Yeah. So we picked up the tent this morning, and the weather report said it was going to be fine, and it just absolutely pissed down on us for the last hour.
Sunny.
Oh man.
We enjoyed the change in scenery, flat farmlands giving way to tidal rivers, charming cottage villages, and rolling hillsides. Public footpaths and trails are pretty wet and muddy this time of year, and it's flooded pretty much everywhere, but at least we seem to stay one step ahead of winter, just as we had hoped. It's a bit waterlogged. Well, we're gonna have to make a bridge.
Perfect. Dry feet, darling?
Yes, fantastic bridge, darling.
Thanks. You alright, darling?
Muddy.
The
And
mud of the UK.
And the tracks are lined by blackberry thorns, so you can't really deviate because it hurts.
Making our way to the tunnel. So it's exactly what we expected it to be. Wet, really, really muddy. It's just not enjoyable.
Wow. Waking up to a beautiful sunrise. Can't remember last time that happened. Hey, babe.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's nice. Are we going to be able to catch a ferry over the River Thames? Hoping to get there before last ferry for Christmas run.
Fuck, we're not going to make it.
Why?
Because
We need that bridge.
I know, I found a way, but it's still a deep.
Okay. So we made it to the ferry terminal. Yeah, we made the ferry.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this Jetstream Tours vessel, Thames Swift. Please pay attention to the following safety announcements.
Madness, let's get out of town, eh?
Yeah.
Pitching in the dark on Christmas Eve. It's just starting to rain, so good timing. Hey, babe.
Right.
Alright, let's
Merry
get in.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas! Let's get inside the tent. We're taking a 0 in the tent today. It's Boxing Day. It was really nice weather on Christmas, so we decided to walk. But today it's going to rain all day, so 0 day. Hey, babe.
Yeah.
And this is our epic Christmas lunch. Avocado sandwiches. Merry Christmas, darling.
Merry.
So we're walking past Penhurst Palace today. Very fancy estate from the looks of it. It's a Penhurst Palace, eh?
Yeah.
Is it palace-like?
It is palace-like.
Very fancy. Oh, look at those gardens. Oh, yeah. It's like a rock climbing spot.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Stone Farm Rocks. For some reason they closed the gate to the climbing crag, so with a 2-meter high fence. Why? Good morning. The morning fog is just lifted and we're just starting our day. Heading into Brighton today.
Woohoo! Reaching the top before we drop down into Brighton for our little holiday, isn't it?
Yes.
For our break.
We arrived in Brighton just in time for New Year's. We had planned a break here to catch up with friends and had booked a cheap Airbnb.
This is where we stand, underneath the viaduct that carries the train through Brighton.
It has started to sink in that this is so much more than just another long-distance hike. This is our life for more than half a decade, so we also felt the need to create some space for reflection. So when we received an invitation from a friend to visit Kew Gardens in London, we leapt at the chance. Off to catch a train to London for a day, and then we're going to continue our walk along the coast.
Exactly.
But a little backstory is probably needed here. Scott has a background in organic horticulture and permaculture, and I have a passion for orchids. So a visit to one of the finest botanical gardens in the world is a rare treat for us both. London walk through today. Walking past Buckingham Palace. What do you think, darling?
Oh,
Did you live here?
no.
No. Oh, it's video. Oh, that's Buckingham Palace behind us.
Oh.
Yeah. Alright. Mm-hmm. Back there.
Where the bus is static, go through there, it's just there.
Okay, thank you very much.
That's all right, mate.
So, we got into the British Museum with our bags. That was an amazing security procedure to get in here. We're just cruising through the Egyptian exhibit. And here's the New Zealand exhibit. So we're leaving the British Museum. It's an interesting experience. The next morning, we headed over to Kew Gardens. The sheer size of the historic greenhouses and the vast plant collections here are quite impressive. So this is the Alpine House. That's cool.
This is my sort of thing. I really
Yeah.
love the Alpine.
This is mostly orchids.
Oh yeah.
This?
But the highlight was a private tour of the orchid nurseries, not open to the public.
That should be more highlighted. So it's an orchid festival of Colombia or Indonesia that we see. But this is not being highlighted at the moment because it's mostly a kind of monolithic there. It's not much more than This means that this is a special specimen, it's different type of specimen.
The red folder.
Yeah,
Ah.
it's basically a specimen that was used to describe a new species,
Okay, cool.
in a way.
Ah,
So they are different types of it.
cool. So we're leaving friend's house at Kew Gardens and heading back out on trail again after a few wonderful days here. So thanks a lot, Alex. You rock. All right, darling, are you ready to leave Brighton?
I think it's time.
It's time.
It's been great. We've got to go.
Gotta go.
Should we go to the beach?
Yes.
While back in Brighton, we continued down the southern coast. The beautiful beaches are quite peaceful now in the off-season and serve up stunning sunsets.
Beautiful sunset.
On the slow tide trail. Gorgeous. There are a lot of waterways to navigate around, sometimes taking us on long detours for bridges.
One way to get your morning exercise. We got bluffed out by high tides. The bicycle path disappears underneath this railway bridge, and Scott's gonna check out how it looks on the other end if we can walk through. Yeah, so we really wanted to walk through here because otherwise it's a big main road up here and we can't really get around it. So what's the verdict, darling?
Doesn't go past your knees. Gets
Okay.
the highest point is there.
Okay.
And it just leads around and back up onto the trail again.
Okay.
So
Alright.
brutally cold,
Yeah, it looks cold.
but it's the fastest way.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Okay. Can't see the depth of the water here because it's all cloudy now with us walking in it. So, and it's brutally cold.
We've been wearing our wet weather gear because it was just absolutely hammering yesterday. So we've got to dry it out. And we're going to get some bread for lunch. Isn't that right, darling?
That's right. We're packing up after a stormy night. Blue skies now though, but we're not exactly stealthy. The path is right down there, but yeah, do what you have to.
Wild camping has been pretty straightforward here. Few take much notice of us, and we always make sure to be respectful and leave no trace.
Looking for a post office. And why are we looking for a post office, darling?
Where I get my new mat, because I've been
Yes.
sleeping on the ground for the past week.
Yes. We had a thermarest explosion, or delamination and implosion rather, so.
The whole thing's de-shaping.
Oh no, the whole mat is exploding. So they've sent us a new mat. We're gonna go pick it up here. Woo.
It's the wrong one.
Yeah, they sent us the wrong mat. So anyways, so we just posted it back to them and hopefully they'll get the right one out to
We'll
us.
get the
soon.
we'll get the right one next time.
Next time.
It will
Yeah.
happen.
Yes.
So another week on the ground for me.
Yeah, he's sleeping on the ground. This really sucks. Alright, well, Cascade Designs, we have faith in you. We picked up the southwest coastal path just out of Bournemouth. This national trail is the longest waymarked footpath in England. It's probably amazing in the summer, but still quite scenic now in the off-season. We're not the only ones on the beach this morning.
No.
Beautiful day for it.
Perfect low tide.
Yeah, it's nice. Old hairy rocks.
Alright, so we're heading out of Swanage right now, and we just spent the night with Sue, an amazing trail angel that helped us out with some washing and stuff. Karma's got a bit of a sore throat. Try and talk, darling.
Oh, not talking.
So yeah. Epic climbing spot.
Yeah.
So you rappel off here and then you can climb with your friends underneath. So we're woken up here on the coast of the UK on a ledge overlooking the ocean with beautiful old quarry cliffs, small waterfall coming off into the sea, and it's the middle of winter. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I can't talk. I have a bit of a cold.
We even had to detour around a huge military restricted zone.
That road they may open,
Okay.
which would take you back down to Lulworth,
Yeah.
and then you're on your way again.
Yeah.
But at the moment they've got it closed from there to there.
Makes most sense.
So we just talked to the Coast Guard volunteers in here, and they're telling us that the coastal path is closed for a big stretch coming up ahead because of the military. They're shooting stuff up, eh?
Yep, they're shooting shit up.
So we can't continue along the coast. This whole week is going to be closed, which is really upsetting because it's beautiful and we would like to. So we have to make a huge inland detour. So we're working out the route right now.
Yep. Of course, the UK does not disappoint when it comes to castles either. Anything from true medieval fortresses to fancy mock ones too.
Supposedly one of the oldest castles standing in Britain today. The Corfe Castle. It just closed though. So we're walking up to Lulworth Castle. It's closed for the season, of course, but we can still kind of check out the outside. A hot cup of coffee by St. Andrew's Church and listening to the military blast off in the distance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bit bizarre.
So they shoot big artillery at the mountainside before the coast there.
Yeah.
Hiking to the sound of machine guns and heavy artillery blasts was bizarre and a bit unnerving. Thanks. Is it tank?
No. We continue along the famous Jurassic coast. The coastal trail varies from beaches and seaside villages to dramatic limestone cliffs and a bit more ups and downs than we have seen in a while.
So this is the steepest climb we've had in a long time. See some people climbing up there.
Yeah.
See how we do. You ready?
Ready.
Okay. We had planned to go as far as Plymouth in the UK. From there take the ferry over to Roscoff in France, but once we got there, this particular ferry was not sailing at all, for 2 weeks for some reason. So we had to backtrack to Portsmouth by bus and take the ferry to St Malo instead.
We're excited to head over to France now, where we'll get a whole new coastline to explore, chasing spring. Thanks for following our journey. We really love having you along on this expedition. Please support us on Patreon.